You painted your 205, didn't you?
Yeah, there's been so much with that car. That car has been the hell and back. It was like 30-degree weather. I've got an inflatable paint booth. Sprayed it on. I was like, right, we're looking good. Then I get the 2 full coats of yellow on. I was like, right, I'll go to the 3rd coat. Power cut at my house. Lands on the roof of my 205. Lands on the doors and the wing.
Oh, of course, because it's inflatable.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I'm just like, I'm in the booth trying to like hold it up. I'm just going, what is happening? Finally comes back up. There's like yellow on the roof and on the pillars.
We're gasoline junkies, chasing the spark, laughing in the fast lane, tearing up the dark. If you've got a ride, come tell us your tale. On this podcast highway, we'll never derail.
So, welcome to Gasoline Junkies. I'm Russell.
I'm Barry.
And today we're joined by...
Aidan.
Nice to meet you, Aidan.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you for coming all this way. So you can give us a little bit of a rundown on why you're down this neck of the woods, where you're from and how you got here.
Well, I'm from the Scottish borders, little town called Kelso. It's
Never heard of it.
It's middle of nowhere, countryside. I came down here looking for a new daily. Had a 1996 Volvo 940 Turbo that was absolutely mint condition. Had that for 7 months, and I kind of got bored of it. I'm used to my old little hot hatches and stuff like that, little French cars. And that 309 I've been trying to buy for the last 2 years. So
that actual one?
Yeah.
Really?
So my first Phase 1 309 was a D-Turbo. I think it was up in Wales for sale, and I was like ready to fly down that day to go pick it up, and the guy was like, "Oh, I've sold it to my mate." So it was raging.
Wanker.
And then, yeah, pretty much. And then last year, when I was going to when I bought my Quicksilver, it was 170,000 mile Quicksilver that I got for 500 quid.
You had one, didn't you?
And
206?
No, 106.
106.
Yeah.
I had a 206.
And I'm not going to lie, on the outside, it didn't look too bad, but oh my God, it was rotten.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ended up buying that instead because, again, same thing. I was like, I'll come down for it like that weekend. Mm-hmm. Oh, now I've sold it, mate. So I was like, oh, no way. So as soon as I seen that up for sale, I was like, I'm having it. I was like, I'm getting rid of the 940. You know, got pretty much what I paid for it. I think I paid $2,600 for the 940, and I think I sold it for like $2,550, which isn't too bad since I put like 8,000 miles on it. But yeah, so flew all the way down with a couple of issues, but now driving across here and then.
So I think to actually say what you've done, you've flown down today.
Yeah.
Virtually the whole way down the country.
Yes.
To Kent.
To London.
To London.
And then across to Canterbury.
So planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah, it literally is today.
Yeah.
And you've driven up here from Canterbury.
Yeah.
And now you're driving back later on after this.
Well, I'm gonna go to Worcester to see my friend.
Okay.
He's got a 4-door Mark II Escort. That's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah, really nice.
He's actually a friend of Jordan's. He was the guy that messaged me that put me in the chat with Jordan.
Right.
So
brilliant.
So how do you know Jordan then?
So I was a little bit of a fanboy of Jordan before I actually knew him. I seen him on his TikTok, all his reels and stuff like that, and I really like a Renault 5.
Yeah.
And Oscar, his friend, messaged me, literally saying, "Hey mate, I love your car. We've got a group chat called Schitt's Creek."
That's tame, don't worry.
Yeah. He says, it's just a bunch of like young guys like us that are in old cars. We come meet a couple times a year. So I was like, yeah, I'll add me to the chat. And I ended up seeing Jordan's name in it. I was like, oh, absolutely no way.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it's just kind of been quite cool. Mind, Jordan's been, I've known him 3 years now, and he's only seen the 205 twice.
Really?
Yeah, because I saw on your Instagram they were parked next to each other at Cafe the Machine or something like that.
No, that was at a local pub in Worcester that our friend got set up, and they kind of shut it for us for like a little car meet. I love that picture. That is such a good picture.
Yeah, very good
with
picture.
Two French icons. I can't even mind. It was such a good day for it. The weather was absolutely brilliant. There was a couple guys with like old Lotuses and stuff like that, and it was just a good day. I think we went to caffeine after that actually. Mm-hmm. Again, caffeine's just mental in itself. We've got nothing like that up our way.
Yeah.
But
so tell us about, you're only young, you're only 21 years old.
Yeah.
So tell us about your car history in the last couple of years.
Oh Jesus.
Or sorry, since you passed your test.
So
what was your first car?
First car was a 2004 Citroen C2 VTS.
Nice. I like them.
That was a very understated car when I got it. It was actually an auction. My dad got it for me. It was 800 quid, and it was matte. It had a stage 2 map on it, and the rev counter was taken off, so it went to like 8,200 RPM.
Did you tell the insurance companies?
Yes.
But my dad always said if I'm learning with you, I don't want to be driving a boring car.
Oh, he sounds like a dude.
Yeah. And so ended up, I always liked French cars, but I didn't really know what a C2 was. And then I was driving through COVID, so trying to do driving tests was just criminal. So I spent 8 months driving the car with my dad in the passenger seat, not learning it, just driving.
Just driving, yeah.
And then passed in November, 11 days after my test. Bye. Yeah, it was a bad crash, but I was all right.
Oh, you crashed it?
Yeah. I was going back home one night and I must have hit a bit of black ice, and the car just went. And I remember waking up the next morning, and all my dad's workers just looked at the car and looked at me going, "How have you came out of that?" Like the roof was like folded over, the chassis was all twisted, the engine was hanging in by one mount, the whole boot was buggered because the boot on the C2s are like a split tailgate.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
the bottom bit was just gone. It was mental. Every single window was smashed. It was crazy.
And you just walked out of it?
Yeah.
Did you?
Fair play.
To be fair, I had 206 GTI 180 bucket seats in the car. To be honest, if I didn't have them, I think I would have been a lot worse off because they are really like tight hugging.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, I bought my 205. That was pretty much like a month after I crashed. I was like, I seen the 205. I was like, I've got to have this car. It was bright yellow. It had the central pay kit on it. It's not been ran in for like 10 years.
Oh wow!
And that's when 205s were still pretty cheap.
Yeah.
You could pick like a running and driving one up for like $2.5 grand.
Yeah.
And me being in the idiot I was, got the car, and it was smoking in my driveway, and I thought, you know what, right? I'm gonna take it out for a little quick run. Right. Bear in mind, barely checked anything over. We got the carb working a little bit better. We were just playing with the fuel screw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, the steering wheel was like this size, and like you're trying to drive a no power steering at this size when you've never driven one of those cars before, and it's just like, it's such an experience, and I don't think a lot of people experience that.
Was it like one of them Momo 300mm steering or 270mm steering wheels or something?
It was so small. Like try to do
with
like
no
a
power
3
steering.
Yeah, it was brutal. Bearing in mind though, when I bought the car, it was on like it had Rally Steelies on it.
Yeah.
But the guy had NS2Rs on it. Okay. Which was kind of threw me off because he was like, "Oh yeah, I was like rebuilding the car, and then I stopped doing it, and then I started doing it, and I'm like, you've kind of put like a decent amount of money into it, and then you've just left it. Yeah, it's a bit weird. But again, I wasn't bothered.
So that was a 205 1.6.
It was originally 1.1. Oh, and then the guy converted it to a Rally, so I put the 1.4 single carb on it. That engine was terrible. Well, it wasn't serviced in years. That carb was horrible. The engine bay was just like wires were scattered everywhere. There was hoses everywhere. Like the fuel hose was like right next to the exhaust manifold, and it was just horrible. Yeah. So I ended up driving that car on and off for a couple months. It was just like, went to go to get MOT'd. It failed the MOT on brakes, and then the radiator blew up on the MOT ramp, which was pretty funny. It was my friend's boss that MOT'd the car. It was at his garage, and he was like, "Yeah, it's failed on brakes." I was like, "Oh, it's fine. We'll get that sorted." And then next thing you know, you've seen the smoke coming from the bonnet, and then just go. I was like, "No way." So I've had issues like that. There was like power issues. I took that thing down to Birmingham 2 weeks after I bought it. That was the biggest regret I ever made, because that's when we had like that massive like wind, rain, and snowstorm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I drove down on NS2Rs on the motorway. Like clueless, like 18-year-old kid that's doesn't know anything about these. I'm sitting driving on the motorway doing 60, and the car's just floating in between lanes. The wind's just pushing it, and it was just the weirdest thing. Like I've never experienced anything like it. Again, nobody understands it. In these 205s, there's nothing.
No, you were saying this the other day, wasn't it? They're just like, basically it's like tin paper, isn't it? Yeah.
It's
foil paper.
I've got a lot of friends who are into their Jap cars, and then I'll say to them, like, the cars don't weigh anything. They're like, how? I'll take off like the rear quarter trims, and then it's just empty in there.
Yeah.
Show them the boot floor, nothing. You know, and the metal's like it's like 0.6 mil. You can dent your hand, like the roof of your hand.
Yeah, it's amazing how flimsy they are.
And somehow people still get drawn to them. You know.
Yeah. Well, you both have.
Oh, I love it. I've had several French cars, and exactly like you say, there's fuck all to them. There's absolutely nothing to them, but it just adds character to them.
It makes it more fun, I think. You throw them about a lot more, and you kind of have to respect them a lot more.
Yeah.
Because when you really throw those cars about and it snaps back, it really does snap back.
Yeah.
That was a quick learning curve for me.
But what I love about it as well is, like, on your 205 the A pillar is so thin.
Yeah, seeing around corners is brilliant.
There's so much visibility out of them,
yeah.
but then you equally, like you suffered sadly with your crash, you think, how the fuck am I going to survive this? When
You don't think about things
no,
like that.
you don't. No,
That's
you
the
really
thing.
don't. But
You should
it's
do.
brilliant.
Well, I kind of built the 205 on terms of like cornering ability to try and maximize as much as I can.
Yeah.
A lot of these people put like turbo kits in them, or turbo like the GTI engines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And power is not a big thing for me. If I get a good power range, and the car's lightweight enough where I can throw it in a corner, and I don't feel like the car's gonna slug itself out, it's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
Because you can feel everything through the wheel of those cars.
Yeah.
You really can.
Yeah.
Pretty much every old car you can kind of feel it that way.
Yeah. We had a guest on here, Aaron. He's got a 205. He's got the 406 2-litre 8-valve turbo engine.
The Vulcan engines.
Yeah.
They're really good engines.
Yeah,
to be
it's
fair.
a great engine. I think he's just shy of 300 horsepower through the front wheels.
that thing's quick, innit?
There's no LSD, no nothing. It's
Well,
just
that's brutal. That like.
yeah. It's I think he had Toyo 888 something tyres with it.
Oh, the R888.
Yeah,
Rs or something.
R888Rs or something like that. And it's a handful every time. It's just torque steer all over the place.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have it any other way. He loves it.
But yeah, that's what brings the fun, though. You know, it's I don't think people understand that, especially with the newer generation driving like these brand new Fiestas, Polos, and stuff like that, where the car is pretty much driving them.
Yeah,
It kind of numbs their ability, I think.
completely agree.
So did you put the MI16 engine in yours?
Yeah.
You did?
Took me
What?
5 months to fit it.
Did it?
So
It's a big old engine, isn't it, that?
yeah, bearing in mind, like, I didn't know anything about MIs. So when I first started building it, well, my 1.4 blew up, and my dad gave me two options. He was like, we can put another 1.4 in there, or we can put an MI in. I was like, what is an MI16?
Sit down, son.
Pretty much.
I'm going to educate you.
I was at college at the time up in Edinburgh. It was like 50. I was driving like 50 miles to go to college, doing engineering. And I remember I was sitting at the back of class. I was like pretending to study at class, and I was just like, "What is an MI16?" I was on every single forum. I was on every single page. I was asking everybody, what was it to build? And everyone says, "Oh yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad." But they didn't specify. Oh yeah, if you had a GTI, it's not too bad. Yeah, that was the biggest mistake. You're trying to wire from a 1.1 harness to a 1.4 to a 1.9 MI16 that's a non-ECU, because I had it on a Dizzy to begin with.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And that was I had 3 Haynes manuals, so I was going on 3 Haynes manuals again.
I love it.
It's great, isn't it?
Like it was old school the way I built it.
Yeah.
Like the first year I had it, I literally built it, just put it in the car. Like my rev counter, my speedo didn't work. None of my temp gauges worked. My fuel counter, that was the only thing that actually worked in the car. I still had the 1.1 master cylinder and brake servo. I still had drums in the rear. Like it was literally, I just put the engine in the car, just because
I love it.
And it was, I think it had a little bit of a tune to it, because I had twin 45 Webers on it. And it sounded amazing. I think it was about 170 brake when I first got it.
What's on it now then?
I think we're on about 190, but I'm only at like 6,500 RPM.
Are you still on carbs or?
Yeah, twin 45s.
That's awesome, isn't it?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Can I just get you to shovel forward?
Yeah.
I think this wall's going to collapse, I think. Me and Chris did build it.
You calling me fat?
No, I can hear it creaking.
No, those Webers, that was a present from my dad. I think that was when I turned 18, when I bought the car. He was like, we'll get these put on your car. And he was just like, you can't beat the noise of a carb. And he's right. He's
No,
right.
you absolutely can't.
It's brilliant. There's something about it that you keep chasing the noise.
Yeah.
Say you put the car in fifth and you're doing like 40 and all you hear is just that induction just forcing through.
Yeah.
You just laugh every time.
I love it.
See, these youngsters are going to miss that, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they
Yeah.
absolutely are. But more to the point, where did you find an MI16 engine? Was it an easy find, or are they few and far between these days?
When I first started buying them, they weren't actually too bad to
Them?
get.
How many have you bought?
I've had more than 10.
Have you?
Yeah. So I bought one MI16 and it was like £300, and I didn't know much about them. That was a Duff engine, so I
Right.
was like, so then I was working. Well, when I was at college, I was still working for my dad. I was working at Tesco's on weekends. Like I was just trying to rake in as much money as I could. I went on Facebook, joined all the group pages, and one of an ex rallycross boys, he had an MI from one of his pals.
Okay.
He had it up for like £800. So I was thinking, oh, right, great. And he's like, oh, this was running and driving, we've just taken it out. So got it shipped across to mine. I think we spent just a weekend fitting it, because we spent 5 months fitting the original engine that I bought to realise it was Duff. Then we had to take it out
and put another
one back in. And then when we put the other one back in, it was literally just like get the tracking done on it, and then I was out on the road. I think I had the car on the road for like 3 months at push, but it made a statement. Like again, the car has been off the road since 2022.
Okay.
And people still knew me from my car. till
Really?
then.
That's cool, isn't it?
They go, oh, do you know Aidan? No. Do you know the guy with the yellow 205? Yeah. I just, every time.
I love
Yeah,
that.
that is really, really cool. Yeah, great story. So I was looking through, stalking you a bit this morning, I suppose.
Yeah.
And you painted your 205, didn't you?
Yeah.
So through your process of looking at your Instagram, it seemed like you took it to a garage to get painted.
So
Something happened.
there's been so much with that car. That car has been the hell and back. That's been the reason why it's been off the road for so many years. But no, mainly, so the car went to go get painted. We kind of discussed the time frame for it. He just told me to leave the car how it was. It was just left in a rough primer. And there was just 2 or 3 things I said to him, if you can do this. And he goes, yeah, no problem. And he gave me like a kind of a 3-week time frame. So I was like, oh, that's kind of great. It gives me some time to take off, because I was like on the car every day after work. And he just wasn't sending me any updates, and he was kind of, I don't want to say throwing excuses, because I really don't know the whole ins and outs of it. But it came at like the 3rd week. I was like, have you done anything with it? And he goes, no, it's gonna be another 8 weeks. I was
8?
Like, yeah, I was like, I can't have that. I'm picking the car back up. And again, I only really did panels and stuff like that beforehand. I thought, right, being yellow as well, because it's one of the hardest colours to paint. I was like, I'll just do it.
Is it the rally yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me ages to find that rally yellow as well, because it's not like just a thing you can find online.
No.
And honestly, it was such a funny time, because it was like 30-degree weather. I've got an inflatable paint booth.
Fair play for you.
Yeah,
Giving that a go.
me and
love
my
it.
friend went halfers on it, and so it was the first time I ever used a wet on wet primer.
Yeah.
So I work at Land Rover in Kelso, and I went down to the body shop, and they said, I was like, well, what's going to be the best thing for painting the car if I'm in the booth? And he goes, use a wet on wet primer, and then just dip like 10% of your colour in. I was like, right, not a problem. Sprayed it on. I was like, right, we're looking good. And then I get the 2 full coats of yellow on. I was like, right, I'll go to the 3rd coat. Power cut at my house. Lands on the roof of my 205, lands on the doors and the wing.
Oh, of course,
Oh,
because
the
it's
inflatable.
inflatable.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no.
I'm just like, I'm in the booth trying to like hold it up. I'm just going, what is happening? Finally comes back up. There's like yellow on the roof and on the pillars. And I was like, well, I'm just going to have to wait till it dries. And I sanded it back. I sanded the whole car back that night.
Oh, man.
I was out
no.
till, I think I finished painting the car at 2 o'clock. It was like 7, it was like 6 when it dried. And I was out till 11:30 sanding the car.
Bloody hell.
Then I woke up the next morning and I repainted it.
Did you?
Yeah, and that was honestly, I was so tired. Again, the car wasn't mint. The pictures make it look way better than what it is. The roof was just that much imprinted.
Yeah.
I tried to sand it all the way back and I couldn't get it out. So like, it was a little bit of an eyesore on the roof, but the rest of the car looked pretty good. The carbon helped. The carbon helps. It looks away from like the wings and all that. But no, it was a massive learning experience. Again, 30 degrees outside, it was like 60 degrees in that
Yeah,
bit.
I bet.
Probably, yeah.
Like and then I ended up ripping my paint suit as well. And, it
It's
was
probably drying as quick as you put it on, wasn't it?
honestly, you could see it dry within 5 minutes as you put it
Yeah.
on. So by the time you come back out, clean your gun out, and then having to put the paint back on, it was
It's
like,
already dry, yeah.
On top of, I used like a fast hardener. Biggest regret of my life. That really screwed up my paint guns.
It's all right in the winter doing that.
Yeah, well, I kind of thought, I was like, oh, fast drying hardener. I was like, oh, okay, if I put that in an inflatable booth, it's not going to be too, it'll give me a bit more time.
Yeah.
Because if you just use regular, it's never going to dry within like 24 hours. No, I was very, very wrong. Very wrong. I learned the hard way for that one.
So the wheels that are on the 205 in the pictures,
TSW Stealths.
TSW Stealths, I was just going to say.
That was actually a really good find. So
Classic wheel though, aren't they?
I know, yeah.
Absolute classic. I love them.
The story with that is I actually bought another 205 a month after I bought my yellow one. Because a guy messaged me saying, I've got like this array of parts, and he was local. And I was like, Jesus. And he has, well, I bought off him a Phase 1 18,000 mile 190 GTI in silver that was needed resto. The body was just in primer, but he had all the parts for it.
Yeah.
So I was like, right. I was like, how much do you want for it? And he goes, $2,000. I was like, I'm not paying $2,000. And then obviously, master negotiator father comes across. Ended up getting it for 1,200 quid.
Nice.
But he didn't know it was like a low mileage car. He got told it was an ex Peugeot Lacoste car. If you know.
Yeah, I know
Peugeot
Lacoste.
are.
Yeah.
So I called up Lacoste, tried to VIN check, and it was like, that's not on our system. So I was like, right, I'll do the what's that private VIN check website that everybody speaks about?
Car Vertical.
Yeah, I used a Car Vertical, and it was like 18,600 miles. I was like,
Oh, wow.
no way. And there was Silverstone Auctions had a 205, and it sold for like $50,000, and it had like 25,000 miles.
Fucking
So
hell.
I'm just like, after my car's done, that's the next car I
Yeah.
can put in. So yeah, that's sent to the back of my workshop at the minute.
Nice. So you said your yellow one's been off the road for a few years.
Yes.
What's the ultimate end goal for it, if you have one?
270 brake, 750 kilos. It's kind of where I'll put it.
Naturally aspirated.
Yeah. So
Good God.
over my years of kind of knowing people with 205 stuff, there's a guy up in he's like North Scotland. He used to build the 405 MI16 Super Turismos.
Okay.
And he has got some of the original spec sheets of how the engines were built. And I've been badgering him for years, like try and get them,
Yeah.
and I still keep getting reviews. He's got, to my knowledge, I've not actually seen them, but he's got 7 MI16s, all in black, sitting at his house. That he doesn't drive.
Bloody hell. It's like a gold mine.
Isn't it?
It is. He was like, when I found out about this, I was like, I offered money, I offered everything, and he just wasn't giving it to me. But good enough, Longman, the old company that actually did the stuff for the MI16s. If you follow most of their instructions online, you can actually get to about 250, 260 brake.
That's so
Bloody
cool.
hell.
And if you do the bottom end right, you can get about 9,000 RPM out of that car. Bearing in mind,
the noise of that.
mine was only tuned to 65, and mine was supposed to go all the way to 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm running an Omex 600.
Right, okay.
And when the guy was tuning it, he was like, there's something wrong with the ignition coil, like it's not reading into the ECU. So he was like, I can only go at 65. So I was like, all right, sound, that's not a problem. And like after driving the car, I was like, there's no way this is just 65. I was like, because it feels like the cam's just coming on.
Yeah.
Because the cams I've got in the car, they're custom cams. They've been like original ones that have been welded and then reground down.
Right, okay.
So I don't know what the profile is. I don't know what the duration is. But as soon as you get to like $2,000, it keeps all the way at redline. It just keeps climbing. Seriously, it is crazy.
So you're effectively going to have like an old 90s touring car style engine.
It's kind of the way I want to build the car. I've always loved 90s touring cars. You know, like when Frank Bula, that era.
Yeah.
And it was just pure racing.
Yeah.
And you hear the commentators, they could never stop talking.
No.
And it was just consistently fun.
Yeah. It's funny you say that, actually, because I went to British Touring Cars weekend before last at Silverstone.
Yeah.
And it was a procession. It was very good, don't get me wrong. The racing was great. But you watched the 405s, the Alphas, the Audis, Volvo T5s go around, it's exactly like you say. It's constant commentary and constant action. And it's just fucking brilliant.
It's bumper to bumper racing. It is proper racing.
Steve Soper, John Cleland, Tim Harvey.
Do you remember when the touring cars first came out, when they were like releasing like the lineup, and it was like the old animated thing, and they had the little pixelated car? I was like, I love that. Like, I wish they did that nowadays.
Yeah,
they just don't. It's just not the same. I don't think it brings the same crowd as it used to.
No, absolutely not. It was it was a good day, but like most of it, it's just a bit dull.
Is it?
Yeah,
that's a shame.
It was a good. It was a good day out, but it was just a bit dull. But I'd much rather watch it on the telly.
Yeah,
it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I think you get a better view, don't you? You get more obviously cameras inside the car, outside the car.
So gearbox you're going to run on your car?
1.6 GTI.
So quite short ratios.
Yeah. I actually shattered my first box 6 weeks ago. I don't know when it happened. I was just coming back from seeing family, driving the car back, and all I hear is like metal just shatter. I'm like, oh, what's that?
It's a terrifying
noise. I pop the bonnet. I'm going, well, there's nothing there. I look underneath the car, and the casing's cracked all the way right across the back. And I was like, I've never seen this before.
Oh.
Because I run a Quafe in my car as well.
Okay.
So I was like, well, why has it done it now? So I'm driving. I was driving really cautiously actually that night, and then ended up breaking the flywheel and ended up doing something with the clutch, and then tried to take the car back out after putting another gearbox in it, and then with me being an idiot because a head gasket went like 3 or 4 weeks prior.
You sound more unlucky than I am.
No, it wasn't really unlucky. It was more of just when you get into a point of like when you've spent so many years building a car, you kind of forget to do like this, that, and the next thing.
Yeah.
So when the head gasket first went, I put an MLS gasket in it and ARP head studs. I was like, right, if I'm going to do it, I might as well just go all the way with it. And it said all the torque sensing, it says retorque them after 600 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh right, kind of forgot about that. And it ended up cracking the liner and cracking the head gasket. So I was like, oh.
Good God.
So I'm going back this year, force pistons, rods. I'll get the crank balanced to the rods, flywheel, the lot, and that'll be the whole bottom end built. The top end's fully built. That's fully ported and polished. Double valve springs, custom cams, lifters. Yeah, it's
fair play to you.
It's just awesome.
Yeah.
So how are you going to? The car's light as it is. So how are you going to achieve the 750 kilo goal weight?
So plan is
a lot of carbon.
Yes, realistically.
Yeah.
So the bonnet himself, the bonnets from factory weigh about 22 kilos, and that bonnet weighs 2 kilos.
Oh wow, that's a massive difference, isn't it? Jesus.
Yeah. And that's a carbon fibre with a PRC inside, so it's like a reinforced fiberglass. Makes it a bit better for road use. Then I'll end up getting the tailgate done as well, because those tailgates are heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever lifted a 205 tailgate. They are heavy compared to like any other French hot hatch. But you have to build I want to build like a structural reinforcement in the back, because I feel like it's.
So is that something you can buy, or you
can buy them.
Yeah.
I probably might end up trying doing it myself.
Oh, fair.
Because it's like £1,400.
All right.
So the bonnet was, I think the bonnet was about £800.
Right.
And then I got the guys at the Land Rover to do the clear coat on it. I'll show you guys after this. It was beautiful in the day.
Like glass.
There was over a litre of lacquer put on that bonnet.
Wow.
But no, the car now, it was just amazing. I've got big four pot brakes in the front, 286mm discs. Like there was a millimeter between the spoke of the TSW and the caliper. That was completely guesswork, by the way. That was not measurement. I won't take anything for that. That was just complete guesswork. Just because I like those TSWs, and high spec brakes were a really good company back in the day.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
So I ended up getting them for a really good price.
I like how you're keeping it almost period correct as well, because you don't hear of high spec these days, but 20 years ago in the Max Power Day, they were the brakes to have on pretty much everything.
Well, I don't think it's any different. People put the 406 brakes on the Brembos.
Yeah.
But I've never been a big fan of Brembos. I just never really have. Everybody spoke good about high spec. So I called them up, got the discs and pads done. I was going to get the bell and rotors, but no way. It was like £800 just for the discs.
Wow.
So I was like, absolutely not. So I just got the one piece. It took 4 weeks from Italy to get made. So they are massive on the front of that car. Like when you look in, it just fills the wheel.
Yeah, it's a beautiful look though. When
Yeah.
you've got the
That
right
much gap.
combination of wheels
Yeah.
and a big brake kit.
I feel like a lot of people like kind of pass by that nowadays when it comes to like building cars. They don't really look at like brakes and suspension. It's a lot of like power now,
Yeah.
and I feel like doesn't really make the car.
No.
I had coilovers, poly bushes, I had everything before I even touched the engine. Like the whole car, I've got custom tarmac rear axle that I got built by a guy called Andy Williams down in Wales. He is like the go-to guy for torsion bars for 205s, 309s, the lot. That was a pretty penny. I'm not going to say it. That was a pretty penny. I swallowed my pride with that one. But again, after driving the car, I did 3,000 miles in 8 weeks. Amazing. Honestly, it's
That's more than you.
It is more than me.
Well, I did the NC 500 in that car.
Oh, really?
Well, it was more of the NC 1000 because we did right round the outside of Scotland and then all the roads in.
Is that as pretty as everyone says it is?
Oh, it's amazing.
Is it?
It is.
Well, that's something we should put on our bucket list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say, again, you really have to look at the weather though. The first day we went up, it was okay. Our second day, it was pouring rain. My wiper blades just stopped working. So I'm like driving on semi-slicks in the wet.
With no wipers.
Yeah, with no wipers.
Brilliant.
That was absolutely horrifying. And then I ended up saying to the guy, I was like, I think I'm just going to go home after this because I was shattered.
Yeah.
And then my friend who actually came with, he's got a E46 M3. He was just like, do you want to just take the main roads? Because they were taking all these back roads.
Yeah.
The guys that made the rally, they were on all these modern cars like X5s, stuff that had a bit more comfort to it. But we weren't really enjoying ourselves because an M3 and like a fully built 205, it's not meant for like these back roads like gravel tracks and like potholes. So we did all like the main road stuff. And oh my god, the amount of fun we guys had! Like I'm guessing you've seen the video on my Instagram of me doing that flyby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was up in Scotland.
Was it?
Nice.
Yeah, it was so much fun. We caught it on a nice day, and just the roads it was getting empty, and it was fun. Like just chasing an M3, in a 90s car, you
can't beat it.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
Nah.
especially on them sort of roads.
But he did say he was just like, I can't hear my car over your carbs.
Oh, really?
He goes, when I had my windows down, I can't hear my own car.
That's a testament in itself. That's a big thing. You've done it right there.
That was good to know, to be fair. And then Jordan was obviously on the rally with us. He had his Volvo.
Yeah.
He said he had a video feed in our chat, and he goes, "I confirm the car's not AI." I got a giggle out of that because, as I say, it took a couple of years to get back up and running. But
Brilliant. So we're going to move on to some more questions now.
Yeah.
I think we know the answer to this already because you've said about it. But where did your love of cars come from?
young kid sitting in workshops with Sierra Sapphires. My dad still got a wide body Audi 80 from Ryger.
Nice.
It was like a one-off build from Ryger that got built down south. Mark 1 Volvo V70Rs. He's had some real stuff, and it was just like all the late nights sitting with him and his friends. Seeing all his cars, and it was just like hyper fixated it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was never something. It just kind of like happened. It's kind of just been in my blood.
Yeah.
Like my auntie, she was a navigator for rallying. My granddad did rallying stuff as well back in the day.
Wow.
It's it's kind of in my blood for doing cars, really.
So if you kind of didn't go into the love of cars, you get disowned from your family then.
Well,
Pretty much.
I played rugby for a long time as well. That was kind of more of a priority because I was at school at the time. I was at high school, and then when it tailored off for me going to college, I kind of left the rugby scene because COVID hit, and and that's when I ended up just starting building cars. First car I had was I was 15, and it was my brother's old Mark 1 Audi A3. It was a 1.6 that I wanted to rebuild, but I was out of my depth. Then I bought a Mark 4 Golf GTI for 150 quid. That ended up becoming a parts car for my dad's girlfriend at the time, V5 Beetle.
Okay.
Nice.
That was a really cool car. That he put ceramic brakes on it, had Bilstein B12 suspension, it had like a whale tail, like a Porsche style spoiler on it. Like every car he ended up touching, it was just like modified.
God, you don't see a V5 Beetle anymore, do
Have
you?
you got pictures of this? Because
I could get pictures.
if you can send me pictures,
that was funny. We bought it from a scrapyard for I think it was like 800 quid.
Because the only new style Beetle Welltail, that was from the RSI, wasn't it? There was
It was an RSI spoiler.
Was it?
Yeah, So it wasn't identical, but it was pretty much the same. And
Pretty
it
much
mounted
the same, yeah.
And we got these side skirts, and then we lowered it, and it was a proper
I
sleeper.
bet it wicked, yeah.
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
ever seen an RSI in the flesh?
Yeah.
They look.
Not in the flesh, no, I've seen pictures of them.
They
videos,
look nuts. I've
Yeah.
only ever seen one. They're just.
I don't think they did any in right-hand drive though. I think it was all left-hand drive.
Yeah,
ones.
No.
I think
okay.
you're right.
Yeah. They're really cool cars. Volkswagen and Audi, they made some cool cars in the 90s.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they went from they had like a V5 Golf 4 Motion, and then they had like the VR6s, but then they had the R32s as well.
Yeah.
There was like so many variants.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Again, we also had a Audi A3 3.2 V6, poor man's R32. That's what we call it.
But that's the thing. As near as it makes no difference, same engine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exact same engine.
But then the Passat we saw at that car show the other week,
Yeah.
an Passat R36,
Again, great car.
same engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Wow.
again great engines. I drove that when I was building the 205, so that was a cool car driving at 18.
Yeah.
So did you go through all your cars that you've had? You did?
No.
No.
A lot of 205s. I had a Volvo 850, had an Audi 80, had my Volvo 940 as well. Shared that V6 A3 with my father. And now I've just built that 309.
Just the one outside?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot of cars for somebody your age.
Yeah.
I'd almost had a Sierra Sapphire. It was like that.
Yeah?
Guy lived in Manchester. It was painted moonstone blue.
Nice.
The guy wanted 1,800 quid for it, and it needed, I think, seat rails done and bumpers. And I was like, dream car. I was like, I want it. And they ended up selling it to his pal, but that was underneath me.
Yeah.
Like I already put a deposit down and everything for it, and I was like, oh no way.
That's a shame.
So then I ended up buying that Audi 80 from Bradford. I'll admit though, like, crafty little guys, because I couldn't tell there was any filler in that car. One of the wings was just filler.
Was it?
Really?
He painted it the whole inside and everything black. I could not tell. The paintwork was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I ended up sliding that car into a ditch.
And then all the fella fell
I was
out.
going to say,
I paid 700 quid for that car and I sold it for 450.
That's not too
that's
bad.
not bad.
I took that, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I used that car to get to and from work as well when I was working in Tesco's. That was funny. Because you rock up to work going, who's brought their granddad's car in?
Right, before we go, have you finished your question that you just asked?
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we go on to the next one, Jordan, our previous guest, which is a friend of yours,
Yes.
has given us a question to ask you.
I think I've got a feeling of what it is.
Okay.
It's asked you to say police and Peugeot.
Go on.
Right, so
Right, should we
police is Polis.
Okay.
Polis, right, is what we say. And it's Peugeot.
I thought you said this earlier, and I was like, what did he just say then?
Peugeot.
Why did you say it's so strange?
No, that's just how everybody, on the right side of the UK it says
I
it.
know what it is. So it's what? It's police?
Polis.
Police.
That is the biggest thing. When every year I come down south, we all get drunk and they're like, "Say police."
Say it.
I'm like,
And say Peugeot?
Peugeot.
Peugeot.
It actually sounds the right way though.
It does actually.
Well, it's the way it's spelled because it's like
P-E-U-G-E-O-T.
But then the French say it again. They say it wrong. It's fine. Yeah, what do they know?
That was a good question, Jordan.
Right. The next question I'm going to ask you is, if you had unlimited money, what would be your 5-car garage?
Easy. Volvo 850R. Amazing
Touring car spec?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Those T5, it was just really well-built cars back in the day. 205 T16, mid-engined, all-wheel drive.
Yeah, rare as hen's teeth.
Yeah.
An amazing thing to drive. Alpha 155
Nice.
with the V6 Busso.
Okay.
I've seen one of those cars in the flesh, and they look so much fun to drive, and they sound amazing. Those
Yeah.
Busso engines are beautiful. And then if I'd go for something like an old off-roader, I'd go for like an old Ford Bronco, something like that.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Something like switch it up,
Yeah.
And then I'd go something Jap. I'd do like a 3000 GT,
Nice.
something like that. Some it's stuff that people don't usually see.
Yeah.
I really like that. What we found on this podcast is, I think we had
We thought it'd just all be supercars.
we thought everybody would say Ferraris, Lambos, Bugatti Chiron, this, that, and the other. But the sheer variety of what people
Yeah.
would say, and coming from a young lad to have them sort of. I just find it really, really refreshing. I think it's brilliant.
Well, I mean, if you park a Ferrari next to that 309, 9 out of 10 times people are going to look at the Peugeot.
Yeah,
Like
I know I would.
But that's what I mean, though. It's like it brings in the generation of people that had the old cars.
Yeah.
You could be in your 40s or 50s or your 60s or 70s and still look at the cars and just go, I prefer that over the Ferrari.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because they have nostalgia. It's nostalgia, isn't it?
It is nostalgia, yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah, really cool.
Very cool. Right, next one we're going to ask you. Did you pass your test first time?
No. I tried to pass my test in that C2.
Okay.
And that was mapped with a 2.5-inch exhaust system. I remember the one day I knew I failed because we were coming back into town and I downshifted and I was trying not to get it to pop and bang because it popped and bang through.
Yeah.
And all I heard was pop, 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 and I was like, no. And I just seen him press something and I was like, yeah, I'm done for this. So then I ended up having to get a learner's car and then I passed in that. So I was like, that's
Right,
fine.
okay.
But yeah, no,
So he failed you for pops and bangs.
I want to say he did, yes.
Yeah, God, it sounds so cool.
Because he sat there the whole time and he didn't put anything. He didn't touch because it's a tablet they use now. They don't use paper. He didn't.
How things have changed.
He didn't touch anything. So I'm like sitting there going, all right, this is really good. And he was like, oh yeah, just come back into chaos and pull back in. And I'm like, all right, 5th to 4th, nothing. 4th to 3rd, pop, pop, pop. And I'm like, and I just seen him just go. And I'm like,
Wanker.
Yeah. You don't want to say it, but yeah. What's worse is the testers, they actually use a little meeting room at Land Rover in Kelso.
Okay.
So I still see him come to my work.
No.
So I'm just like...
I'll be like, do you want me to make you a coffee?
Yeah.
Well, one of our questions that we ask our guests is, what would you buy next? But the thing is, you've within probably 2 hours ago, you've just picked up your next car.
There's always other things I do look to buy. I do like more of the French stuff. I think if you want something lightweight, fast, and fun, right? Some people think, oh yeah, you get a Jap car, you get a Civic or something like that.
Yeah.
But you're paying $6,000 for something that's a bit rusty.
Yeah.
But if you pay $6,000 for like a 205 1.6 GTI, that's again, it's not terrible, but it's not great. It's just as fun, if not better.
Well, we went to a car show a couple of weeks ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
And there was the car of the show for us was a 1.9 GTI, wasn't it? 205 GTI.
It was a 1.6. But
Was it?
Yeah, but it had 1.9 wheels.
I might have not picked that then. No, I would have done. No, it was stunning because it was unmolested. It just looked how it should have done.
It just had a sympathetic restoration on it, so it had. Pardon me. Just the mouldings all redone. And everything. It looked
like it come off the showroom.
Yeah,
it come out of the showroom.
Mind, a lot of people are doing that nowadays. They're 205s.
Taking them back.
Yeah, they're building them back to like OE quality.
Yeah.
Like, modified stuff you don't really see much. That's why I enjoy doing mine so much.
Yeah.
The thing is, obviously, because of the likes of Max Power and things like that, there's hardly any left now that aren't molested by anyone really. Whether it's like bumpers, spoilers, wheels, whatever.
I think that's why nobody ends up selling them now.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to see them get molested or cut up or whatever. That's why that car will just stay standard forever. That car, I'll never touch that. That thing's just too nice to get cut up.
Yeah.
Not like my other ones though. My other ones.
Although it has got some cool wheels on it.
Yeah, those comp motives are weird. Because I emailed comp motive because I was like, I've never seen these wheels in my life.
No,
really smart.
I like comp motives. I've been a fan of them for years. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, they just gave me a part number. It was like an M0873. So I was like, they were like, oh, it's an 80s wheel. And I was like, huh. So then I'll go online. There's no pictures online. There's only like a center cap. I was like, this is weird. And it was like, most of it was for like Alphas.
Okay.
So I was like, to get a Peugeot fitment one that's like 7J and with that kind of offset, I was like, it must be quite a rare wheel. But I don't know if I'll take them off and put them on the 205.
Oh.
Because I've got
I like them wheels on your 205. Yeah, I must have
I like them.
Well, unfortunately, I have actually sold them this week.
Have you?
Oh, have you?
Yes. It was just the problem was the fitment of the car. So the wheels in the back were so aggressive, it was rubbing down the sidewall of the tire, and I didn't want to raise the car anymore because it looked really good the way it sat.
Yeah.
So I'm actually, I'll say this now, I haven't actually put this on my TikTok, but I've sourced a Turbo 2 Gutman kit from Poland.
Oh.
Yes. I've been looking for this kit for years, and I did a lot of digging, and I was able to find one, and the guy had it like already pre-made, and the price as well for it, I was like, it was like the quarters of skirts. I've got different front wings just because the ones that they have are like the dimmer style front wings. I don't think it goes with the rest of the car because it's like really wide front and like a narrow track. So I'm doing that over winter. That'll be a wide body 205.
Wow. Super. And what wheels are going to go on it?
See, do you remember Fun Metals?
Yes.
I found a set of Fun Metal 4000s.
Really?
Yes.
How the fuck?
He remembers everything.
I found them in Glasgow. I got them for an absolute steal. I've been looking for again years.
15s, 16s?
15s.
15s.
I don't go any bigger than a 15. I like a 50 sidewall.
Yeah.
Especially around where I am. Potholes are atrocious.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Especially with all the back roads. It's it's not great. I can't run like a 40 like a lot of people.
Yeah, I was going to say you could had a 40. I don't know, stick a 175 35 15 or something on it and stretch the tire.
Those stretch tires in that car, I'm not a fan. I like a chunky sidewall.
Yeah.
They're a bit more forgiving as well, especially if you like hit a pothole or something like that. Those 30s, you just bend a wheel, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're not going to find another set, are you?
No, that's what scares me. That's why I kind of take them off as well, because it's like if I'm daily driving the car to work and I hit a bad pothole and I bend it.
Yeah, you're buggered.
Yeah, pretty much, because you can't get a spare. Same with the Fun Metals though. It's like I've also had a set of Automotive MO5s.
Yep.
I had 2 original ones that were never put on a car, from 1998. That was luck of the draw picking those up. I ended up selling them for what I paid for. I've had a lot of pretty rare wheels for the cars.
It's just amazing that it's still out there. It's just in people's sheds. And
Yeah, again, I found the Fun Metals. This guy put a picture up 2 years ago of them on his car. I was like, "Hi mate, by any chance you still got them?" He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "How much?" He goes, "Give a price." I was like, £300. He goes, "When can you come pick them up?" Tomorrow.
Yeah, you got to jump at that, haven't you?
Well, you just have to. I think a lot of people kind of shy away from like try to do some digging for parts. I feel like that's the fun part of like building your cars.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day, saying that one of our previous guests, he's had lots of Jamie. He's got lots of supercars and things like that, and then we had Tom on there as well. He's again lots of supercars, and obviously when you hear him talking about back in the day and they're doing these cars up, you see like a bit more enthusiasm and a like passion there. But then when they're talking about their newer cars, they don't seem to have the same like drone in their voice because I think back in the day, like what you're doing now and what we used to do is used to get a car and then used to go for all the magazines and you go like now you go online and find it all. But there's something really there's something real fun about going out and hunting for the parts and putting them on.
But I think as well what they said with these newer cars, you're almost doing it to meet an acceptable standard. Like you buy a Turbo S or an R8 or a Lambo.
But you don't want to do anything to those as well because you might obviously devalue it as well. Back in the day.
But then like if you haven't got a Krapovich exhaust or you haven't got a Gintani exhaust on your Lambo
turbo
or something,
kit and it's like
you're almost doing it to meet an expectation of, let's be honest, the internet's.
Yeah. So the fun part is the fun part is actually getting the parts, putting it on, fitting them yourself, or hanging about with your mates and telling them what you've done to it. But when you buy a car that's £160,000 and it's just immaculate and beautiful and everything's already there, you kind of took that fun away from it a bit.
Yeah.
Well, the car's already pre-built.
Yeah.
That's it. What do they do now? They put like a set of wheels on, an exhaust, and potentially a wrap.
Yeah.
It's not really. I think the creativeness is going, unfortunately.
Huge.
And I feel like it is taking a toll. But
that's where you may have seen it on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. That we have a group chat between the three of us.
Yeah.
And somebody resto modded an Austin Allegro.
Yes.
Wow.
I'll show you afterwards.
My question was why, but then I see it and it does quite cool.
But that's the best question though. Why?
Well, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
I think is the answer. But it looks stunning. It's just incredible.
I really like the inside, what they've done to the inside there, because it kept it very retro, but at the same time very modern as well.
But that's the sort of shit that appeals to me.
Resto mods.
Yeah, resto mods.
That the Lancia 037.
Yeah,
I was at Goodwood last year. That was amazing to see in person. Oh, like it does. Cameras don't do it justice.
Yeah.
You've seen that in person is mental. That Jag XJ V12 that was there this year. Again, that was screaming like no tomorrow.
The TWR one, the silver one.
Is it an XJ or an XK?
I think it's an XJ. So, yeah, Yeah, oh, it was the guys who did it from TWR.
Yeah.
The son of TWR started to come. Anyway, it's fucking sick. It's amazing.
It sounds amazing. Like you wouldn't expect that kind of noise. You'd expect it to come out like a Pagani Zonda or something like that. It's not something that'd come out of a Jag.
Yeah, it's utterly amazing. I think somebody's resto modding Elises at the minute. Lotus Elises. I saw
really?
something.
Oh, nice.
I'll find it. I'll digress and find it.
You'll have another rabbit hole you go down.
Yeah.
And then you'll find like the Lancia Delta Integrales, the people that resto mod them.
Yeah, the Italian guy who did that a few years ago made the 2-door version of an Integrale.
That was on Grand Tour.
Yeah,
that was so cool.
Yeah,
to see that as well. They did the Stratos as well.
Yes,
because it was the use. What was it, like the
430,
the 430 or the 360 chassis.
Yeah,
and then cut it, shortened it, and made it look like a Stratos. So I thought was amazing. Again, it was a V6, but again, a modernised version of an old car that still looked like the old cars. It's good in my books.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's folk who kind of butcher the kind of shape of the car with like the same name. I'm not gonna. Capri.
Yeah, it's a Capri. And, Capri's
a big one.
no-no, isn't it?
I was there when it got unveiled at Goodwood. I was there when they pulled the sheet off, and everybody walked away.
Did they?
I'm not surprised.
And
I bet you could hear a pin drop, couldn't you?
It was a bit embarrassing. And I remember one of the people said, "Oh, it's still got the characteristics of a Capri."
Does it fuck?
And my dad turned around and was like, "You're gonna have to hold me back. That is a shame."
Yeah,
it's like if they bring back a Sierra and call it a crossover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'd
say many harsh words.
They have to be careful. Like calling that new Mustang, that electric Mustang, shouldn't be called a Mustang.
No,
it's probably a nice car to drive.
Same with the Puma.
It shouldn't be called a Mustang.
Puma. Thing is, the Pumas went from a little bit ugly to kind of cool.
I like the new Puma ST.
Yeah,
I think it's for what it is. It's a good looking car.
It looks like a baby Porsche, doesn't it?
But no.
Yeah, it does.
The Puma.
The Puma.
Yeah.
The new Puma ST.
No, well, not necessarily ST, but it looks like what's the big Porsche? The Cayenne, the Cayman.
Have you been sniffing glue?
Not recently. It does look like a bit baby Porsche.
Okay.
Everyone's
entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah, get it out, Chris.
You're entitled to your own opinion.
I think the problem is because they've taken it to a crossover.
Yeah,
it's my big thing because I'm quite authentic when it comes to all my stuff.
Yeah, because it was like the original Puma was a hot hatch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jimmy?
Yeah, it was a 1.7.
Blinding me.
That car was really cool.
Small guns, please.
Have you brought up a picture of the new Puma?
Yeah.
That looks like a little version of the big Porsche, whatever it is.
To me, that looks like a lifted version of a new Fiesta.
I know we said we wanted the internet to take the piss out of you.
This is going to be clickbait, mate.
I will Photoshop 2 pictures under and they'll look similar.
Views is views.
Yeah, that's it. Do it for the likes, mate.
Yeah.
To be fair, the new car now, the new Renault 5.
That's lovely.
I actually do quite like that. They've kept the actual body of the Renault 5.
I really like that.
Shame it's a bit of an EV, but again, that's where the world's going.
I like the Alpine version.
Yeah, that does look really good.
Was it 230 to 280, whatever it's called? I think the Alpine version's gorgeous.
Yeah, so Jordan got to drive one, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and he was impressed with it.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Going from it's still so weird when you park them like side by side how similar they actually look.
The looks of them,
it looks more like a resto mod than it does like an actual new car.
And I like the fact that they've done that, and there's lots of little things inside it that are very retro as well.
Yeah,
like the
seat.
But I think that's how a car manufacturer should do it.
And they're not that expensive either. They're like 20 grand, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
the Capri's sacrilege. It's fucking horrible. It's woeful.
Yeah, that's every time I see one, it's like I get a vein popping out my forehead.
Yeah, I saw one the other day, and I had to turn away in disappointment. But I think I went the wrong way to avoid driving past it or something.
It was like when that Mach-E Mustang as well. It's just like
horrid cars.
Mind, they've made a comeback with the GTD. I think
the GTD is fucking stunning.
Yeah, it is.
It is epic.
They've moved from a muscle car to I think I'll call that a supercar now. They got a sub 7 minute at the Nürburgring.
Yep.
Like that is supercar territory. That's
the chances are you'll probably never ever see one in the flesh.
Right. Okay.
But if you can get time to watch the video with Chris Harris,
right,
my idol, and Max Verstappen,
okay,
where they do a test of it.
Oh, he really pilots that car. Yeah, he really does.
It shows Max Verstappen in a really, really good light.
Mm-hmm.
and the way he handles and pilots that car is fucking brilliant.
Oh, okay. No, right. You have to send me this later.
Yeah,
when you're
it's so good.
rabbit holes.
But it was such a curveball for when Ford brought that out, because it was just like they went from like all these muscle cars, like 5-liter V8s and the supercharged stuff, to like a full blown race car.
Yeah.
It's just a race car, and the track of combat was it like Porsche GT3s or is that?
Oh, okay.
I think that's who they're trying to combat.
Yeah.
Which again, you hear the word Mustang to Porsche, it's kind of a hard thing to put together.
Yeah.
Really, but
they seem to have accomplished it.
yeah. It sounds amazing.
It's nice to know that they can still do it when they want to, isn't it?
Epic
Really?
car, absolutely epic.
I think they've just literally done it just to show that we are still here. We can do it, because unfortunately, isn't Chevy stop making muscle cars now?
But yeah, probably the vast majority of them are going electric.
Yeah,
because I don't think there's going to be a V8 Charger anymore, is there? Or a Challenger?
I seen that EV Charger at Goodwood.
Yeah,
I was a little bit disappointed as well.
Yeah, I am as well. Yeah, I had high hopes for that, really. But
Goodwood,
that's not a muscle car, is it now?
No,
that's the thing.
But what do you call? Do you just call? Is it just an EV now? Is that the classic car?
Yeah,
must be.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Maybe it'll be on my company car list.
could be, couldn't it?
You never know.
Yeah,
we'll see in the next year or so when I need a new one.
You end up with a Capri or Mustang.
But right, if I do that, we'll terminate our friendship, mate. I'll tell you I'm not being friends with you anymore if I pick that. Right, I'm going to ask you another question. What's your favourite movie or TV car?
Oh, no, that's Bullet.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Bullet.
Yeah.
It was San Francisco.
Yeah.
Just live on the streets, dark green Mustang. It was such a cool thing to see, and like back then as well, because I think it was one of the first live actual chases that were on San Francisco.
Yeah.
And the story behind it, that's why it's absolutely
fascinating, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's fascinating. Again, like you have other films like Gone in 60 Seconds, you got the Eleanor Mustang and stuff like that as well, but there's nothing like seeing that dark green Mustang just sliding about and pushing it around San Francisco. That is amazing.
And they can proper drive as well, can't they? Because they weren't very nimble, them cars.
No, you seen the body roll, like it was impressive. Again, how they got away with that though? Because I'm pretty sure there was a whole stint about that.
There's a bit of a documentary going around that you can watch the making of it, and that is fascinating if you get the chance to do it.
What about
when they were filming that? Yeah, that particular scene, it took so many days, and but then they kind of debunk it a little bit as well, because there's multiple. I think there's a Beetle that pops up numerous times.
Yeah,
it's the same car that pops up in the same chase in the background. So obviously
continuity wasn't a thing back then.
No,
was it?
it wasn't.
Yeah.
Keeps up with them.
Yeah.
Right. The next question: would you own an electric car?
No.
Okay.
That's is the easiest thing for it. They're very soulless, sitting in that thing and not having an engine, like an induction or an exhaust to hear. It's very mind numbing. I've been in some of the EV Land Rovers, like their hybrid stuff as well. It's too quiet.
Yeah.
It's way too quiet. Like even having a standard exhaust system, at least there's some noise. Like you're in your own thoughts way too deep in your head, going down more. You're sitting there, you've got these like massive like 10, 12-inch screens, and all you're hearing is nothing on the road. All you're hearing is the road noise.
So I was doing a bit of research this morning, because I've been out with my friend's Tesla a few times, and every time I go out in it I feel sick.
Yeah.
So somebody said to me that electric cars give out radiation.
All right.
But
Get in that out again.
but it is, and they do. That's not a lie. They do give out radiation, but it's very minute. So apparently it doesn't. It's not to a point where it's going to harm you. And then if you go down the route of why does an electric car make you feel sick, a lot of it's to do with the fact that there's no noise. So we're used to being in cars that are moving with noise, and you get no sort of engine rumble. So there's no movement.
There's no vibration.
Yeah, no vibration. So because they're so smooth, and that's why people feel a bit nauseous from it. So, and then there's the other thing is the fact that obviously they're so quick off the mark as well. Obviously, it jolts you back, and then it's
the brake
regen braking. So it's a stop start. But because there's no movement really, that's why you start feeling sick. So people that get travel sick, like on trains and things like that, it's normally because it's so smooth.
Oh. Could you imagine if you drove a Chinese EV? With what you said earlier about being tracked and everything.
Oh God!
And then the Chinese radiation.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, mate! You'd combust. You'd grow a third eye like that bloody fish in The Simpsons.
I went green when I was in his car last. It was horrible. Yeah. being in it, yeah. And not the fact that I was in an electric car, it's the fact that it was just, that braking just done me in. I went green, my hands were shaking, and I was watery mouth. I was that close to throwing up, yeah.
I don't think the world's ready for EVs yet, though, especially in the UK.
Well, the grid system isn't in the UK, is it?
No.
They've already said that.
Well, what do you think then about? And it's a very random question. Companies like that Chinese supercar company called Yangwang. They've just recently set the fastest car in the world.
Is that
record?
Do they not have that car that jumps?
Yeah.
Yes, I know what you're talking about because it spins on its own axis as well. That thing's crazy. Again, fair play to them that they're doing this stuff. It's like straight out of like Speed Racer.
Yeah.
But again, would it be any use for like road use or?
Oh, absolutely not.
Use?
No,
like
you don't need a 3,000 horsepower electric car.
No, like
going around Milton Keynes.
Like the Rimacs as well. Like they've got stupid amount of power, and you go, where are you putting this? Really?
I think the feat was very impressive, but I would like to see the fastest car in the world. I'd like to see it done with an internal combustion engine.
Yeah.
And just, I was watching something this morning on the Hennessy Venom something, fucking mental car. 2,500 horsepower.
Yeah.
Twin turbo V8, and it's just nuts.
Yeah.
There's no replacement for those V8s. So
No, absolutely not.
The sound of them. That's what I'd miss. If everything went electric, it'd be the sound of a car that I'd miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you'd have people like Hennessy with the big V8s just going, we ain't giving up on this.
Yeah.
Like I think it was an F5 or an F6 Venom is what they call it. Yeah, those things are crazy. Like the Americans now were trying to like break these top speed records like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
But again, what is it now? Is it like 270 or 280 miles?
That Yang Wang thing hit.
It's like right now.
I can't say that straight face. I think it hit 308
308.
Yeah.
Wow, for a road car.
for a road car, and it'll be sold for about 500,000, and you can buy it.
For 500,000 for a 300-mile-an-hour car is a bargain, really.
Yeah.
But would you trust it?
Yeah, I think. Well, as in what, lasting or
Like hitting those kind of speeds?
I wouldn't want to.
No, like A1, it's quiet.
But absolutely fucking not. No way. Absolutely not.
yeah, that brings us on to a little segue. What's the fastest you've been in a car? On the A1.
On the private road of the A1.
No, private road, Mexico, private road.
Okay.
No, it was 163, and that was in that V6A3, and that was limited.
Wow.
I was. It was actually against a Subaru Legacy.
Oh wow. Okay.
He flew past me, and I was like, I'm not having this.
You gotta catch him.
Yeah, and where I live, there's 5 miles of just like pretty much straight road with like sweeping bends.
Private straight roads.
Yeah, all private straight roads. Like I've got a big estate, you know. And he got past me. He got the jump on me, and the speeds we were just hitting. And I got up to maxing the car out, and the front end just got really floaty.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think I'm just gonna back off after this. And he stopped before the next town. And he goes, "What is under that bonnet?" So I sat with him for like 5-10 minutes. He was just amazed. He was like, "I did not know 3.2s came in these A3s," and a lot of people don't. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like people think, "Oh, the engine swap these." No, these are a factory option. But I think the R32s took over so much that the A3s just kind of like sat in the background. And again, you can pick. They're like a third of the price.
Isn't it mad?
It is mad.
And you can code in launch control. That's great. you got the SG box. You can code in launch control with a VCDS system.
I know what shopping I'm doing later on.
It's,
All these rabbit holes.
I know, I love my rabbit holes.
I'll send you a video because I've got I think we rebuilt the Haldex and the rear end on the car and we launched it. And this was actually in my compound, and you just seen all 4 wheels just spin out. It just shot off like there was no
Brilliant.
tomorrow. It was brilliant. Bear in mind, it was only on the downpipes.
Yeah.
So it was just V6 trumpet noise. It was absolutely
So
brilliant.
the Audi V6 is now going to replace the 20-valve turbo as being a
Well, the
kick-ass car.
thing is, people are turboing those cars now, and they're getting a stupid amount of power at those V6s. They'll put a headspacer on. You can get a £1,500 turbo kit, and you're getting like 400 horsepower. And those DSG boxes can take up to like 600 horse before you start having to build them. That the guy with that all-wheel drive K20 Integra. He was building one, and he built it on pretty minimum budget, and he's got a stupid amount of power.
Is that the he's a YouTuber, isn't he?
Yes.
What's his channel called?
Yeah.
He's really, really good.
American.
No, he's British.
No, he's British. He hangs about with like DMO and Living Life Fast and all that.
I forget his name. It's something fast. I think it's something fast. Something. It will come back to us anyway.
Yeah, but he did that challenge, and I think he got shocked at how much power you can make out of those things.
Oh, okay.
It is scary, and he only used a small little turbo. And people have been there's a Golf down at Santa Pod. It was a twin engined turbo in each engine, V6, all wheel drive. It was green. It was a monster. And watching that thing just shoot down. Like the drag strip is mental.
Yeah.
Like you've got two engines.
Was it a Mark IV?
No, I think it was Mark III. It was like a bright green Mark III.
There was some build. There was a it wasn't Awesome GTI. Back then there was an influx about 20 years ago of people building twin engine Golfs, and I'm sure there was a blue G60 Rally that had two engines.
Really cool.
There was a green one. And it was like really day glow green.
When you say two engines? Two engines in the front or
No,
one?
No, one in the front, one in the back.
I was going to say, how did they get that?
So you
in
make
there?
it 4-wheel drive.
Okay.
But you basically put identical engines in the front and the back, and you can either run it off 2-wheel drive on the front,
Wow.
2-wheel drive on the back, or run them both.
Like the cheap way to do it is you put the front subframe in the back of the car, and then you reconfigure the chassis legs to mount the front subframe up the back.
All right.
A lot of people in autocross did it back in the day. My father did autocross, and he did it with an Astra. That was really cool.
That is cool.
He did it out of the back of a like garage that had just scrap cars, and it was I don't mind what engine on it, but they custom made a linkage so it all shifted off one thing, and it had 4-wheel steer.
Wow.
Like four-
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was before they started putting regulations in, and that was before people were putting money into doing like autocross and rallycross, which I still thought was mental. They built it in 2 weeks for them.
Brilliant.
That's impressive, isn't it?
That's what I mean. It's like the engineering back then is just it's next to nothing.
Excuse me.
That's right.
No, because do you remember? You might remember Pug Performance years and years ago. I'm sure they had a twin V6 306 that was in development. I took my 106 down there.
Yeah.
Again, 20 years ago to be lowered. And they had it was a 406 3-litre V6 in the front and the back of a 306. And they were putting all a dimmer style kit on it and everything like that. And I don't think they ever finished it because I never saw it in the magazines or anything. But yeah, twin engines.
Oh, wow.
It's just cool.
Yeah.
There's a guy on YouTube, Instagram at the minute, Twin Engine Corsa.
He's such a great guy.
Yeah.
I met him at Max Power, spoke to him for a couple of minutes. Really sound bloke. That car is mental though.
Yeah, it's nuts.
You can start them individually, you can run them individually, and they're both, I think, like 600 horse each.
Yeah.
Wow.
I imagine a 1200 horsepower Corsa.
I have enough trouble with one engine.
He had that V6 Corsa B, the black one with like the white body. That was his car.
Okay.
And now I think his sons drive it.
Yeah.
And you're just like
Brilliant.
a little bit jealous, to be honest.
Yeah, very jealous.
Like that is some history he's driving. I'm pretty sure it's got NOS in it as well.
I wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, that wouldn't. Yeah.
Right, so you've said your fastest speed. Have you ever had any speeding tickets?
I got a...
Or motor offences? Is it speeding tickets or motor offences?
Motoring offences.
So
because there's many.
I got a warning because I was in England. I was coming down. I was down south somewhere, and I ended up doing 45 and a 40.
Oh,
and I got to do a speed awareness course.
oh,
Did you?
gold.
Oh, wow.
That was in my Volvo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, everybody. I was just following the rate of traffic, and I just got pinged.
You
for
just
it.
got pinged, yeah.
And
just unfortunate.
I remember sitting on the call, and the guy was just like, "Pretty sure you're the only Scottish guy doing it. What are you speeding in our country for?" I couldn't stop laughing at that. I was pretty funny.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, now other times it's I keep like most of like driving to a minimum during the day.
Yeah.
When you're risking other people on the roads, you don't know, especially around us where there's like tractors, there could be mud on the road, there could be a vast majority of things. When you're sitting at night time when the cars are, when it's a lot later, like 11 o'clock, midnight, is when we really kind of start doing a bit more driving. Especially because most of it, like between me and my friends, we just sit in the workshop.
Yeah.
We just literally work on our cars all the time. Like we'll finish work, go in the workshop. Weekends I'll do 7:30 till 7:30.
Will you?
Saturday, Sundays. Yeah, I'll finish work at 5, 5:30.
So what do you do as a job?
I'm a parts guy at Land Rover.
Okay.
So I'll do that from 8 till 5, and then from like 5:30 till about 9:30, I'll work my own car
Brilliant.
every night.
Love it.
That's got to be, yeah. I love the fact that you're so driven, really. Like,
Well, I don't do anything else.
yeah, well, yeah, for a young lad, just to be that driven as well.
Well, it's always the fact of a lot of people don't build their cars nowadays, and it's annoying because I'm seeing like the next generation come in from when they like people turn 18 when they're buying Polos and Fiestas and just the car meets now that they do when they sit in the car park. They don't even talk. They just sit on their phones.
Yeah.
And it's like I thought the car meet was a social
To talk
thing.
about each other's cars. They're probably texting each other. What wheels you got on there?
There's no individuality. Everybody wants to get the same car as each other, and then literally where we are, there's maybe 2 or 3 of us that have got old cars. So like you obviously know who we are when we're going about in the towns. So there's no point in trying to like risk it when they're just going to come up to us a couple of days later and go, "We did see you doing that."
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that we've not been sent away. We've had a couple bonnets or like IBC containers we've cut down and had some fun in the snow. Like everybody else has. It's we just get told to get sent home, and again we do. There's no point in being an arse about it. That's when you start getting pulled over and getting tickets. And, but no, mainly we keep it civil until we don't have to. It's
Best way.
It's the best way.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people kind of forget the fact of like there's other people on the road and cameras are killer, especially down here. Where I am, and I'm just saying this now. There's maybe like 3 speed cameras where I live in the space of like 30 miles.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have 3 getting back onto the M1, whichever way you go home.
I mean, I was sat on a 60 for like 10 miles, and I was, what for? And it was just, there's no reason.
Yeah.
For
but on the motorway coming up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just feel like
I
it.
think they do that just to sort of break the traffic up a little bit, don't they, now? They sort of just slow you right down.
Well, this is going to get onto an interesting question then. What driving rants do you have about driving?
When there's like a touch of rain, like a spit of rain, and then people go back down at like 40. Mm-hmm. I'm like, your car has got all these modern technology. It's got ABS, traction control, the lot, and you're doing 40, and it's not even hit the road yet.
Yeah.
It's not even dry, and it won't even be like the older generation. It'll be like people that are like 19, 20. I'm like, you not trust yourself to drive.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people like lose that now. Is they get nervous driving, and it does annoy me. Because if you're nervous about driving, why are you on the road?
Yeah.
That'll probably bite a lot of people, but that's my opinion, is if you're nervous about being on the road.
I actually agree with you. The reason being is when I'm driving up and down the motorways, you do see these young people in car. And my biggest thing, I fucking hate lane hoggers. But
Yeah.
you see, like, so I'm not going to stereotype, but young girls in their cars, and they're literally just, it's like they're holding on for dear life, doing 65, 67, 68 or whatever, but they're refusing to do anything else. It's like, everything else around here scares me, so I'm just going to focus on exactly what I'm doing and fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's not the right way to drive.
I drove down the motorway the other day in Anne's Mini with the roof down, and that was a scary experience, to be honest with you, because we was in the 50s and 60 mile an hour traffic where they slow you right down. The lorries can keep up with you, and because we was in a convertible, they come alongside of us, and it was you just had this like massive wheel right next to your head, and it was just like the noise coming from it, and they kept dumping the air out of the brakes, and I'm like, I got to get off and put this roof up.
When it splits off to like 4 lanes sometimes.
Yeah.
I remember I was sitting in like the second lane. I had a wagon on one side and a wagon on the other. And like when you're like in between these two things and you're in a car that's like pretty much touching the floor, you're like, I'm just gonna get past this.
Yeah, just get out of the way.
I feel like there's like Final Destination's gonna happen. Like that's the feeling that I get.
Absolutely.
It was like that. You not see that crash up in Carlisle?
When?
It was Thursday. There was a timber wagon. The guy must have, I think he had a heart attack or something. Spun the wagon off the bridge, and timber fell off the bridge onto.
Oh my god!
Onto a live road.
Onto a main road, and it hit a van, like in front. And a guy had a dash cam and he posted it online. It just looks like Final Destination, where you're just driving, sitting, doing 70.
Oh, fuck that!
And it completely shut down Carlisle.
I'll bet it
North,
did.
south, and the bridge.
Really?
Oh, it was because you can see that you've got live camera footage. of like all the traffic. Backed up for 15 miles.
Did it?
Sod that.
Wow.
I'd quit my job. Fucking.
I'd be buying a lottery ticket.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I would.
Like it wasn't even like small little boards. It was like 8 feet, like 4x4 posts that are like raining down off a bridge.
Did anyone die?
I think the driver. I think the driver
was it?
died. That's why I think it was a supposed heart attack. Nothing. I don't think anything's been like.
But nobody died from the wood, didn't?
No, not from what we've seen from the videos. It just hit the front of the van and it just bounced off, and everybody just kept driving.
Fuck that.
Like that is like terrifying. That's a
actually
fear.
terrifying.
It's like sitting behind one of those wagons. You don't like. I don't like sitting behind them because I feel like one day they're just going to go.
The first thing I say is I've seen Final Destination. I'm going round you.
Yeah, exactly. It's absolutely terrifying.
So, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done to a car? Oh God, it sounds bad.
There's a few. When I went down south after like a month of buying my 205, I ended up buying a facet red top fuel pump because the mechanical fuel pump of the car was just terrible. It just wasn't working correctly. And I drove all the way down there on the facet, and then with the red top being underneath the car, water got to the electrics and it was starting to spark out. So I was like, oh right. I was like, I'll change it back to the mechanical one because I still left the mechanical one on there. I just blocked the two ends.
Yeah.
And I went to go pick a girl up, and the car shut off in the middle of the roundabout because the mechanical fuel pump went bang. And then she was panicking. I was panicking. I had to push the car off the roundabout and try jerry rig thing. She got out of the car and left. And because she was like, oh, I can't deal with this. So I'm rigging this car back up in the pouring. It was like raining like there's like no tomorrow.
No.
And I'm sitting there just going, oh, please get me back home. Please get me back home. Please get me back home. There was that.
Did you ever see her again?
Yeah, actually.
It
was a year later, and I was in a Saab 1.9 twin
Broke
turbo.
down on the side of the road.
The Saab didn't break down until like a couple of days after.
Oh, okay.
The engine just started knocking. Those twin turbos though, those things shift.
Yeah, they were quick.
Yeah, they're quick. I quite like them. The quirky cup holders as well. You press the button and it like folded.
Come out and folds down, didn't it? Yeah.
So that was the weirdest cup holder I've ever looked at. But yeah, no, that would probably be the most embarrassing one. I've had breakdowns, but like every old car has breakdowns.
Yeah.
But you've never done any sort of modification that you'd look back on and think, what did I do that for?
No, because I'd end up getting a bollocking by my dad.
Oh, okay.
Calling me a fucking idiot.
Yeah. I must admit, the spraying the car and then having a power cut and the inflatable spray booth.
I wouldn't say that's embarrassing. I'd say that's really bad luck.
It was even worse because like he came back and he was like, oh, what's happened? I was like, power cut, car's just done for. And he had, oh well. I'm just like,
sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And he has that whole thing of like, oh, it's fine. I'm like, oh, by you saying it's fine, just magically makes the car just better. Again, it's more it's just being unlucky more than embarrassing.
Yeah. Like
my C2, I had Morettes on it. Had white badges. It was lowered. Had the bucket seats. 205, tastily modded.
Mm-hmm.
The 309, when I bought it, I'll admit, that car was embarrassing, but it was already done like that. The headliner, skulls.
Oh, was it?
Complete skulls, front to back, and it wasn't done. It wasn't done bad. Like they must have used like 8 cans of adhesive because you couldn't get it off.
Oh right.
The shifter was a skull, and I ended up naming him John. And you could turn him. You could turn him, and you could look. You could look at him while you're driving. You put your fingers in his eyes while you're shifting the car.
Brilliant.
And they had the boost gauge and the battery gauge. They were down like right by your knee. And they were the brightest LEDs I've like. If I was driving with my headlights on, right, the blue LEDs are brighter than my headlights. So you had to move my knee to one side to actually drive at night because I couldn't see anything.
Oh really?
Yeah, that car was Frankenstein's monster, but it was so much fun.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Well, I'm guessing if you've seen TikToks and stuff like that, there's plenty of videos of me sliding that car. Plenty of videos of me sliding that thing.
Right, the next question I'm going to ask you is, in your opinion, what is the most beautiful car in the world?
Alpha 33 Stradale.
Oh, is that what did you say that a little while back?
I didn't say an Alpha 33.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm sure I've researched that recently. Oh, nice.
Beautiful car.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did Le Mans when Ford, I think it was just before Ford came in.
Yeah.
And it was just like this. It was like the body was like so far at the floor, and it like flared all the way up to fit the wheels, and it was like this monocoque like glass, well, whatever frame.
Yeah.
And it was just stunning.
Oh, nice.
That or the Porsche 917.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Just like this 355 sitting at the back, like there's no rear bumper, 2 exhausts just sitting out. Again, 2 amazing cars. They are, for me, hands down, some of the most beautiful stuff. But most
Superb.
Yeah, good answer.
or most
Good
Alphas.
answers.
While I was editing Jamie's one this week, you said that question. We asked that question, and you said I hadn't answered it. You hadn't answered it yet, and then you said I found what I want, and it was the same car that when we went to the car show the other day. You know the lad, the Alpina.
The Alpine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one he let you sit inside. You said that, and then 2 weeks later you were sat inside one, which I thought was really cool.
Did I? I didn't say that was the most beautiful car in
You
the world,
did.
did I?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Is that the Alpine A110s, like
Yeah.
the old one?
Yeah.
No, the new one.
No,
Oh, the new ones look really good, to be fair.
They look really good. I wouldn't class it as the most beautiful car on the planet, mate.
That's what you said.
Did I really?
But your opinion does change.
My opinion changes as the wind.
I'd hate to win the lottery.
Yeah. But
Did
I just thought it was really cool the fact that you brought it up, and then within
we were
within
chatting
2
with the
weeks,
guy.
you sat inside one.
Yeah, I'd hate to win the lottery and have a Bugatti Chiron and a Ferrari F40.
Yeah.
Thing is, you would buy those cars when you win the lottery first, and then you'd be like, actually, I'm going to start buying like cool stuff.
I'm getting them. I won't be bothered.
I'd get an F40 though. F40 is like that's a poster car. That.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. To be honest with you, I think that's probably the one that comes up the most in people's five
Yeah.
car.
100%. It's just such a cool car.
I would have, and again, this changes because I'm really indecisive. I'd have an XJ220.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful. Yes.
Or what was the other thing I saw?
It's always an or.
It is. No, it is. Me and my wife, we sit and we talk. That when we win the lottery,
Yeah.
we've been together 17 years, and she always said, if we ever won the lottery, I'd spend it all on cars, and I could quite easily, irrespective. Give me 100 million, I'd spunk it all on cars. But my taste changes the older I get.
Yeah, I think it changed on the day though. It
does.
changes every day.
I don't think I'd have Lambos, Ferraris. I wouldn't have any modern day supercars anymore because
I don't think I would either, actually.
I would XJ220. I'd have the
EB110.
EB110. I love that. The Maserati
MC12.
MC12, the Enzo
Yeah.
equivalent. I'd have one of them.
That's nice looking.
They're long
Yeah,
cars. They're
massive.
really long. What about Countach?
No,
Nah.
no. I'd have one just to ogle.
Yeah, because
you can-
everybody
'cause you-
says they're terrible to drive.
Yeah, because they're awful to
but they
drive.
just look cool.
Yeah, I took a Aston Martin DB5 out last weekend.
Wow.
And it was always on my bucket list.
I haven't asked you actually, how was it to drive?
Yeah.
It was fucking horrendous.
But that's the thing.
It was a pile of shit.
It's just such a shame though, isn't it?
It is because it was in my. Well, I think the reason I got to drive it is because when we did our initial podcast,
Yeah.
Barry asked me the questions and I asked you the questions, and one of them was my 5-car garage would be I'd have an Aston Martin, but I didn't know which one I'd have, so I managed to take out the DB5 and a DB9, and I would buy the DB5 if I was a multi-millionaire. But I wouldn't never drive it. I'd just have have it sat there in my, like one of those garages that are inside your house or something, because it's just beautiful.
Well, they say never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
And you met your DB5.
I was surprised how fast it was. It was a lot faster than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
I could.
And this is me saying this.
Yeah, that's you saying that. Driving Miss Daisy.
Miss
here.
Daisy, yeah. I was shocked because I just thought it was going to be old. It's going to be slow, but it was actually quicker than I thought. But it wasn't quick by any means to everything else that was flying around. But it was just the brakes. The brakes just did not exist. I know, old cars, you're supposed to pump them. And, but it was shocking. The gears was like, go up to that point and stop. And I went up to that point and I didn't stop. I was just rolling on. I'm like, I am pushing the brakes. Yeah, it was funny. I'm glad I did it. I was. Yeah.
I'm glad you said you're glad you did it though, because a lot of people get in their dream cars and be like, oh, I'm horrified. I don't really want to see them again.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It's a lot of people that I know that have had driven a E-Type. Like beautiful car, beautiful engine. They
I can
look
imagine
great,
that being very similar.
and everybody just says they drive horrendously.
Yeah.
Unless you put I don't even know how much money you put into an E-Type to get it.
I think it's
good.
almost an infinite amount of money. Like
Yeah.
the E-Type RS lightweights and stuff like that. It's
Because
it's phone number sort of money.
I think if you look at like the last few Bond movies, when he took the DB5 out and he's driving them like a nutcase, they are everything above. You know, everything that you see is a DB5, but everything underneath is definitely.
Oh no, that'll be
they
like,
replace everything.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you could drive like that.
It must just be like a reshell. They must be like a body swap or something.
I think they pretty much do. Yeah. But yeah, no, a great experience.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. So that was my little achievement last weekend.
Brilliant.
I'd put that on a CV.
I would drive a DB5.
Yeah, I'd 100%. I'd put that.
And
on
I
a
think
CV.
I think I killed the gearbox in it as well, because we pulled away in second, and then as we was driving along, he was like, "Well, they're now going to third." So I put the clutch down, and it was down as far as that thing could go, and I'm trying to
Did
get.
you not have to double declutch? Because I'm
trying-
sure they wouldn't have like a synchromesh or anything in them.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, good question. He didn't say anything like
No.
that, so I just put the clutch down as far as I could, and as I'm trying to get in, it was like.
After one, I would have kept in second.
Yeah.
I would
I
have
was like,
cried.
mate, this ain't going in. He was like, I did it. Then he had to do it. So he was like, put the clutch down, and I did. And then he was doing the same thing. It was I'm like, this sounds expensive.
Might have needed a double declutch or something.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah, no.
It's what, from my understanding, it's the old cars where they didn't have synchro so you clutch, take it out of gear, lift up, clutch again.
We
put
did.
it into gear.
No, we did do that.
Did you?
Yeah, we did that. But it weren't going in.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, you had fun anyway.
I did have a load of fun.
Back to our
actually.
guest.
Yeah. It's not all about
Driving a DB5, that's amazing.
is cool.
That is really cool.
It's definitely on the bucket list. But yeah, I wouldn't own one. I would own one, but I'd never drive it. There you
Cool.
go. Yeah.
So I'm now going to have to think what is the most beautiful car in the world, because I still haven't answered it. It's definitely not an Alpine A110.
It was last week.
It's
the
definitely
episode
not.
is coming out this week anyway.
Be that Ford Capri.
Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. Right, so have you got any funny related stories other than like spraying a car and the inflatable paint?
You have said some pretty funny stuff as you've gone along.
It's, when I got the 205 back on the road this year, I checked all the internals, I did compression test, and it was lower in 2 cylinders, and I was like, maybe the valves are just sticking. So driving the car, I did maybe 600 miles in the car. This was before I changed the head gasket over. I was like, this thing's great. And then white smoke coming at the back. And this was just before I was going on this rally, and I'm taking the 205 up into North Scotland, and I was like, oh no way. So I was like, right, I have to go on like Peugeot websites. So I was like, head gasket, bolts, and it was like 3 days. And that was like a day before I needed to go. So the night before, I ripped the engine out, did the head gasket and the head bolts, and put the engine back in and had it running by like 1 a.m.
Wow.
Then
Brilliant.
took it to work, did like a test day on it. I was like, right, the car's sound. And then I drove it all the way up to North Scotland.
That's impressive, isn't it?
And that was like, I'm not gonna lie, I was dead by that. that was sheer just like anger.
Yeah.
You know when you're like trying to fit something and you're like shouting at yourself.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like, it was like that at 1 a.m. And I just see my dad text me going, you should be come back into bed. And I was like, I've got no choice. This car needs to be back on the road. And to be fair, it took some abuse up in Scotland. Funnily enough, it was actually probably one of I want to say this if Jordan doesn't out me, but it was one of the most probably reliable cars on there. Jordan ended up getting a flat. There was an Evo 10 that ended up, I think he blew the engine. There was a 335D, his rear bushes all corroded and cracked, and he ended up having to like tow it all the way in to like be able to drive it. You know, he had the X5Ms and stuff like that, but they're all brand new.
Yeah.
But in terms of modified cars, my thing took an absolute thrashing. Bearing in mind though, I did 1,500 miles and the NS2Rs were bald.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. And then came back because I bought them, I got them next day from Demon Tweaks, fitted them the day I came back. Then I went down to Worcester to see Jordan and all that because we go Bewdley campsite near Worcester, because they do like live music, pizzas, like country music. It's a really great laugh.
Yeah.
I just had to fit tires to get it down there. And that was on the day.
Brilliant.
Like,
So that's a testament in itself. Then through anger, frustration, worrying, you can't help together for your trip.
Yeah, it took some abuse. That's why I'm not angry the car blew up and it was my fault.
Yeah.
Because, like, everybody just says that car will never be back on the road. The car was back on the road. It took the abuse. It took all up to Scotland. It came all the way down south. There's pictures, there's videos.
Brilliant.
Fair play.
I've put myself on the map now.
Yeah. So have you got like a workshop in your house then, have you?
So I'm very fortunate where I live. We've got a big compound.
Right.
And a workshop my grandfather used to work out of, when he passed away, the workshop just never got used.
Yeah.
So I said to Dad, I was like, can I build the car in there? And I've just slowly started pretty much taking stuff out to turn it into like a full-time workshop. Brilliant. Like I've got a lathe, I've got a sandblaster, I've got an indoor set, like I've got a cabinet one, I've got like an outdoor one. I do like 3D design as well. So I used to 3D print some of my parts.
Okay. We just had this 3D printed.
Yeah, that's really cool. I've seen that on your guys' page. That's really smart.
Yeah.
So yeah, just there's a lot of R&D that's went into that car. And obviously, with the more equipment that I get, the better the outcome can be.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, at the minute, I've got no power, so I have to run 2 extension cords from my house to like a big LED spotlight that's like 2 feet above me. That I'm just working on the engine bay. I'll show you guys a picture after this. Do you know that like a standard 205 engine bay looks like in your head?
Yeah.
I'll show you the picture after this. You're going to be amazed. Seriously, I've put probably put about 50 hours in.
Wow.
Of just like straight weekends, just back to back, of just like welding, like.
Are you smoothing it all out and stuff like that?
Yes.
Are you welding off the extension leads as well?
Yeah.
They're things are glowing.
That's all right. If you run them all the way out, it's fine. They don't get hot. But no, I've created my own angles, and nobody's ever done this to these cars. So there's like 2 or 3 people that have built engine bays that I've taken like inspiration off of. I've got pictures kind of laying on the windscreen to kind of mimic what they've done. But to my knowledge, nobody else has really done it.
Can you send me pictures of that as well?
Oh yeah, I've got pictures.
There was an orange 205. I distinctly remember. Again, this was back in the Euro scene when the VWs were doing it all, and then this was a French 205. Some fella had spare wheel, and he'd smoothed all the inside of the car. Just had 2 front seats, no carpet, no sound deadening, no nothing. Chrome roll cage, but had smoothed all the inside where the
like where the seat rails and everything.
Where the seat rails and everything are. Basically smoothed out the back, smoothed out the bonnet. The engine bay. Plumbing and everything completely hidden. It was stunning. So for what you show me, I don't think I've ever seen another 205.
Okay.
It's common as muck in
the
VW scene, but
yeah, well, everybody the tucked engine bays on some of those VWs are it's mental.
Some of them are absolutely insane.
I don't know how they think round getting that stuff. Like you actually can't see a wire. Like it is scary.
Yeah.
But again, though, they'll stay in a trailer.
There's a guy who's done it with a Mark IV Escort. He's had it for 25 years, and it's just completely evolved. It's a Mark IV and it's got Mark V headlights. Jez Carrera, his name is, on Instagram. He owns Carrera Coachworks. You look at the attention to detail that's gone into his car. It's staggering.
Oh, okay.
It's absolutely staggering. He takes it all over the Europe. There's a real famous, it's called Old Trace.
Yes.
In Poland?
Yeah.
Something like that. It's creme de la creme of modified cars.
Oh, really?
It's mental.
There's some really high quality stuff there.
Real high quality.
Okay, so I think we've pretty much done all our questions.
We are done.
So just before the last sort of question, how much did you just buy your car for, if you don't mind me asking?
$3,000.
$3,000? That's not bad,
Decent.
actually. Yeah.
Which a lot of people were trying to like lowball at like $2,000, and I'm like, for how clean the car is, I don't think people understand that how clean the car is, how original it is as well. It's a steal, especially those wheels as well. Those wheels must be worth about $1,000 easily. But again, I'm glad nobody else came up and bought it.
So between where you bought it from and where you live, how many miles is it?
You'll be easily over like 350.
Yeah. And obviously you don't know the car at all. You just
no. I literally like I came up. He drove back from the train station to his house. We started at the V5. I transferred the money and I drove away.
I
love it.
I think it's wicked.
I've got trust in these cars.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. I do. If the car looks solid, sounds solid, and it's been maintenance, why is it any different from anybody else's?
Is it a 2-owner car or?
I don't know how many owners that car's had. In the past couple of years, it's had about 3 owners.
Okay.
But that's what made me skeptical. I was like, why is
So
it being
he's
passed
had his eye
around?
on this car for 2 years. Is it 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, why is it being passed around? I was like, there must be a reason behind it.
But you've now driven it from Canterbury
Yeah, across
up
the
to
year.
here today. So that's what 120 miles, something like that.
Yeah.
And it hasn't missed a beat.
No.
Fair play.
Honestly, that car sitting on the motorway cruising, I've been loving it, and I keep forgetting the looks when you're driving.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
I bet the looks you got on that were absolutely priceless today.
Yeah, it was quite funny because it's like when you're sitting on the motorway and you got these big SUVs and they're like looking down, they're just like, what's down there? I even had the police give his thumbs up.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was sitting in the middle lane and there was this blacked out 5 Series in front of me, and I'm guessing they were going up to follow him. They just stopped and just went.
Oh,
And then just sped past it. I was
brilliant.
just like, you know you've done well, and they give you a thumbs up.
Fair play.
One thing I have to say though is for this year, I had one sponsor for the 205, right, and they went out the park for me. A local engineering company near me, they provided all my fuel costs for all like doing my rally
Did
and
they?
stuff like that.
Oh, brilliant.
They're a small engineering company local to us. They specify doing like rock buckets and stuff for quarries. And they usually sponsor rally cars for our local rally events, like stuff called the Jim Clark. But it got cancelled, so they were like, "We want someone to sponsor." I was like, "Well, I'm doing the NC 500." I just said to them, "I'm doing the NC 500 if you want to sponsor me." And they just said, "Yeah," and I put a big sticker on my back window, and they provided the fuel cost.
Brilliant. And what are they called?
Outstanding.
You might as well plug them.
Kyle Engineering.
Yeah.
Big shout out to them. They've done amazing things for me. Like
Brilliant.
especially providing me with fuel cars and everything, and they gave me a limit to it, but I wasn't even near the limit that they gave me for the fuel.
Yeah.
Fair
They
play.
don't want to sponsor a podcast, do they?
Could be in the works.
Yeah.
But no, they're amazing people, and the opportunity they gave me, I don't think I would have been able to do the rally and all that without them.
Yeah.
Because it's
That's really
expensive.
nice.
Because when you're pushing
That's
that car,
lovely.
you were getting like 10 mile like Alan with those
Yeah,
2045s.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, good for you. Right, you've been a great guest.
Well,
Thank
Yeah,
you
you
very
have.
much.
Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, thank you for coming all this way and seeing us and
Yeah, it's
popping
no
in.
problem. As I said,
And
I don't
say
mind doing
hello
stuff like
to
this.
Jordan next time you see him.
I think I'm seeing him in December. I think
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna be in our pal's shed, just drinking.
That
So,
sounds awesome.
one last question. Do you have a date of when you want your 205 done by?
End of March.
End of March?
Yep.
Cool.
The
keep
engine,
an eye on it.
everything's already stripped. It takes me 2 hours to strip that car, engine out, front end off, everything.
So what we'll have to do, summer 26, get your 205, get Jordan's, Renault and everything. We'll have to have a little...
Do the 500.
Yeah, do a little rendezvous.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do a little rendezvous somewhere.
Mind, you'll have to really tempt Jordan at doing the 500. He didn't want to do it in the Renault 5 this year, and I'll out him for this. This is brilliant.
There's a bet. Jordan, do it in your Renault 5.
NC 500 next year.
No, he did say it comes down to Cafe the Machine a lot,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
he does.
Do you come to that as well?
I do once or twice a year. Again,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a trek for me to come all the way down.
I can imagine.
So we try find like the really good weekends when there's like kind of the higher spec cars.
Yeah.
Because we don't really want to come down and there's just
If
Fiestas.
you
and
guys give
Corsas.
us a bit of a heads up when you're next
Oh
doing
yeah,
that,
we
we'd-
guys,
I can
we'll let you know.
see what he says about it. I've been to Caffeine a couple of times with some mates and fuck all's turned up. So,
I've just remembered the guy's name. Officially gassed.
that's it. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Well
I've just-
done.
You would have been driving up the motorway going,
Officially gassed.
We went to his Christmas meet last year, just full of Fiestas.
was it?
Yes, we were so upset.
Yeah. No, he does a brilliant YouTube.
Does he?
channel.
I'll check that.
He's
Check him out then.
really
Yeah,
good.
He's driven some 2,000 horsepower 911 Turbo S on like
Yeah.
this runway. Oh my god, that's scary stuff.
Oh, wow.
It's,
I'll
I
check
think
him
that
out.
was built a couple of miles down the road from here.
Was
ES,
it?
ES
Wow.
Motors in Bletchley.
Oh, okay.
They've got a unit over in. Well, they've got a workshop on the old A5,
right.
and they can turn out some nutty 911s.
Yeah.
I think Jamie had his done to 700 horsepower, and that was just a little fettle.
that's scary to think though.
Yeah.
That really is scary to think. I'm guessing a couple grand that'll get you like that much power.
Yeah, I think Jamie put a few thousand into his, and it got him 700 horsepower. but put another couple of zeros on it, and you've got another couple of zeros on your horsepower as well. It's nuts. Anyway, let's wrap this up because you've got a long journey and I want to go and ogle your 309. So, like, comment, subscribe. If there's anything you want to see, drop us a comment, please.
Yep, we got some merch available. If you just drop us a message and I'll sort it out for you. And I think that's what I'm saying it.
That's it. We're all done.
Right, thank you for being a wicked guest.
Thank you very much.
You take it
Thank
easy.
you very much, mate.
Thank you very much.
And we call it a day.
Yeah.
Cheers, dude. Thank you very much.
See you next.